No, this video is not clickbait. I truly believe and can prove that keyboard is better this season than controller. And I'm completely fine with that considering what happened last season. Now, I'm going to explain the two massive reasons why it's better. And then one little bonus reason. And then I'm going to go into great detail to pad for time because I don't know how to YouTube. Anyway, so the first thing that I noticed that is a huge thing, and this could be a bug, I'm not actually sure, is a instant reload mechanic. And that sounds ridiculous, but you can reload every gun in 1 second. Well, how do you do this? Do you bind reload to scroll wheel? I don't know what that would do, but I'm sure it'd be cool. Do you double bind reload? I'm sure some pro tried that. No, you don't do either of those. It's actually pretty simple. You take the gun. We'll use heavy sniper because it has one of the longest reloads. Fire it, and let's just watch. Just amazing. I'm 1,000 years old, right? Sometimes you don't have time for this, especially when you're going through the motions, box fighting, doing all this stuff. You don't have time for a 4.1 second reload time, and that's on a purple one. Granted, the heavy snipers aren't in the game anymore, but you can use this on the normal sniper too. Now, the reason I say this makes keyboard better is because console players can't really do this, and you'll see why when I show you. It's very simple. You ready? Bam. Reload it. There is no hidden setting, there's no hidden mechanic, there's nothing. You just drop it, and then you pick it up. It works with every single gun, Again, I don't know if this is a glitch, but it's stupid overpowered right now, specifically with the charged shotgun. As you know, the reload is the longest of any shotgun. Guess what? Out of bullets, not anymore. We're full. And if you think this is editing magic, you can look at the timer. You can look at the... it's not. This is a real thing. Try it for yourself. You want an AR? Let's say you're spraying some kid and you're running out of shots. Oh, guess what? I want to keep spraying. We're good. And I like, yes, there's obviously a tiny little bit of time that it takes. But guess what? It's a 2.2 second timer. So compared to... right? 2.2 seconds. Now, I dropped the wrong thing, but it's a lot quicker than 2.2 seconds, I promise you. So let's say there's someone in a box, yeah? And you have tack. So the longest reload of any shotgun, right? In this game, you sort of count bullets. Not everyone really notices it, but you can hear when a gun is going low. So let's say you're doing this, right? Imagine you're shooting the wall. Well, it takes some practice, but full, you're shooting, you use all your shots, pick it up, you're back at it. And the reason I take so long, my inventory slot is on I. If I were to take this and change it to, I don't know where it is. Yeah, I actually don't know where it is. Okay, well, wherever the hell the bind is. If mine is I, right? So I have to put my hand all the way across my keyboard, press it, and go back. If you bound it to like a mouse button, you're chilling. That's literally, freaking open. And then there's a drop key too. So it's whatever's on your first key right here. So IX, pick up. It's that quick, like that quick. And that controller players can actually do. Because I think it's square for drop or something, but yes, you can do that on a controller. The only thing is it has to be your previously selected one. I think nope, it's always the first one. Okay. And yes, this works with every single weapon. The best weapon I found it with, I don't have one here, but it's the RPG. Stupid overpowered. It's so good because the thing that makes the RPG balanced is the pause in between the RPG, and it's still not really balanced. Take that out, pretty much, you're good. And again, I do not know if this is a glitch, but like, look how fast that is. That's faster than you can fire a normal sniper. That's insane. That's insane right there. And it gets really insane when you do it with the pistols because, so I can tap fire with a pistol. Once you pick it up though, it becomes an auto pistol. So that's kind of cool. It becomes a lot faster. So I don't know. I highly recommend abusing the hell out of this. If you want to change your bind of whatever your inventory is to something else, highly recommend that. There's so many ways this can be used. Second reason, right? Charged shotgun. Hate it or love it. Most people hate it, rightfully so. It kind of sucks. The big thing with it is that, this game is a very quick pace, and when you have a delay that's like 6 months long, you could have given birth by the time you actually get your shot off, and that's not good. And everyone has to deal with it except for smart, emphasis on smart, keyboard players. Let me explain why. There's a delay, a tiny delay on firing, because when you fire the charged shotgun, you left click and it holds down, then once you release, that's when it fires. Unlike most guns, when you left click, it fires, right? So not only is there a split second delay of you picking your finger off the left click, but there's also just a built-in delay. However, you can negate this delay by using a little secret you may have heard, maybe not. Scroll wheel on fire. You can't see, but that's the fire key. Scroll wheel up. So luckily I hold my thing with 3 fingers, so I scroll up and I fire. So all I need to do to make an edit play, I can literally scroll up then down. So it's very, very simple. It's one motion, so up and down, right? And I know this might not seem like a lot, but if you felt the delay for yourself, flicking with it is next to impossible, because you can't really time for it. Our muscle memory is built into the pump, and unless you just want to use the tack, this is kind of what you got to do. I mean, because the charged shotgun is in no means bad when not charged up. It does, I think, like 162 damage not charged up in blue, right? So still very, very good. And you can still charge it up normally. You have that option. But when you're in a box fight like this and there's someone right here, you want to do that. Well, actually, I guess you kind of want to do this, but they can predict that very easily. So if someone's breaking your wall, it's a lot easier. If you don't use the delay, it's a lot longer. Right? Or wait. So, okay, so this is scroll wheel. Wait. Scroll wheel. Right, so, then you can play that back. It is significantly slower. If you can't see it, I can feel it, and so just take my word on it, right? And another thing about this is that not only does it let us play differently, it gives us a thing that the controller players just can't have. They just can't, right? And I don't know, maybe this is Epic Games' way as, giving us aim assist, because they had it, they maybe like after last season they're like, look, okay, look, you deserve this, right? I don't know what it is. All right, the point is we have it, they don't. I'm a fan of it. Now, I mentioned the bonus thing I was going to talk about that makes keyboard better this season specifically, is the aim assist nerf. And I know you've heard of it, but listen. Just like us with the charged shotgun, our muscle memory is built to flick, and then once we sort of know where our cursor is, like people that flick, they don't totally know where their cursor is, but they have a good muscle memory, right? That messed up once we got the charged shotgun. Controller players, they got it worse. They got it with every gun. It's not like, oh, okay, we can pick up a AR, and it's not an AR, but we can pick up an AR and just be like, okay, tracking, bam, tracking, right? They got to pick it up, and they're like, what the frick, dude, I can't touch this kid, right? And, I'm not going to voice my opinions on controllers, so we'll just make a stupid fake opinion up. I hated it. This is balanced. This is great. So, yeah, all in all, scroll wheel to fire, OP. Dropping your weapons to instant reload, OP in some situations, if you get good at it also, and optimize it, which you can do with mines. But in the end, it is OP. Aim assist nerfed, muscle memory ruined, controller players, it's not looking good for them. Now, if you are a controller player, I'm not saying you have to switch to keyboard. I recommend it, of course, just because this season is looking bright for keyboard and mouse players. But if you're already a controller player, obviously there are controller players that continue to dominate. So don't lose hope. Don't, or maybe do. I don't know. Like, do whatever you want. This has been my 2 cents. I don't know how to edit still, so deal with all the whatevers. Peace out. I'll see you around whenever I get to you.